everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day. Clearly, I'm not in my dorm room. I'm back home in Texas because we all got kicked off. Yeah, I feel like this is every American university, but because of coronavirus, we have fully transitioned to online classes for the rest of the semester. So here I am at home, and as a weak attempt to try to find some piece of fun in this difficult time, I am going to do something that I saw on Twitter. It's made by this guy, Tom Ziller, and he created the Taylor Swift songs bracket. And it looks like this, and today we're gonna do it. I love Taylor Swift. She's my favorite artist of all time. I've said this so many times at this point. I'm wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. This is from the Fearless tour. This was the very first time I saw her live. Fearless was a 2008 album, but this concert happened in 2010. It has been 10 years that I've owned this shirt. Is that weird? I don't know. So hopefully we can have some fun together during this quarantine. I'm gonna do it on Photoshop just because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to do it, and then I'm gonna like write it on this tablet. Shall we begin? Let's do it. Let's start. I already know my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. It's also my favorite song of all time just in general. It's All Too Well. There's no way I'm ever gonna let another song beat All Too Well for this champion title. I already know that going in. So I feel like I know in my head what Taylor Swift songs I like and which ones are not my favorites. I guess we can find out together. Let me know if my choices are controversial. I think this could be exciting. It makes absolutely no sense to me that All Too Well is 6th seed. It is like universally acclaimed. It's probably her most critically acclaimed song to ever have been released. So You Belong With Me versus Innocent. This is a really easy one. I don't like Innocent. I've never liked that song. I also am not a huge fan of You Belong With Me, to be honest. It's not one of my favorite of her like radio hits, but it is by far superior to Innocent. I'm sorry this is like 7 pixels. Our Song versus Miss Americana. Our Song for sure. I think Our Song is pretty god tier in terms of Taylor Swift. Americana's fine, but it's not even one of my favorites off of Lover, so. Ready For It versus Picture to Burn. That's tough. They do kind of have similar energy. See, Picture to Burn is just so like country redneck, but I think for nostalgia purposes, I definitely have to say Picture to Burn. It's because that was one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs off her first album. I gotta give it to Picture to Burn. I'm sorry, are you ready for it? I do like that song too. Today Was a Fairy Tale versus Story of Us. Absolutely Story of Us. I don't like Today Was a Fairy Tale that much. I love the Story of Us. I loved it before I even realized that she filmed the music video for it on Vanderbilt's campus, so I have that personal connection, but I also liked it before. Style versus Endgame. Endgame I think is 2 words. I think Style is like culturally god tier. I think so many people really stan Style. I personally don't think it's one of my favorites off of 1989, whereas I really enjoy Endgame. But I think I would get burned alive if I didn't put Style over Endgame. Style has so many stans. Look What You Made Me Do versus Hey Steven. That's not even a competition. Hey Steven for sure. Why is Look What You Made Me Do seed 3? Nobody likes Look What You Made Me Do. Okay, White Horse versus Speak Now. This is just mean. I have to give it to White Horse. I would like sing this song when I was younger in the bathroom when my parents weren't home and like make myself cry. I'm a really good crier, by the way. That's like one of my only skills. And I would just like make myself cry and pretend that I was in the music video listening to that song. So I have to give it to White Horse. We're Never Ever Getting Back Together. That's iconic. Great song. Versus Long Live. See, that's when you put it against Long Live, you don't have a chance. Long Live is an absolute masterpiece. No questions asked. Shake It Off versus Breathe. Shake It Off. I also don't really enjoy the melody of Breathe that much. 15 versus Out of the Woods. For sure, Out of the Woods. This is an unpopular opinion, I think, but Out of the Woods for me is Taylor Swift god tier. That's like one of my absolute favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time. You Need to Calm Down versus Dear John. Okay, this is tough because You Need to Calm Down was actually my most played song of 2019, which isn't because I like it. It was just because it was like one of the earlier releases from Lover, and I listened to it like on repeat for days and days and days and days on end just because I wanted to support her. And it is a fun song. But Dear John, which I don't like reach for as often because you have to be in the mood, I think, to listen to Dear John. Dear John is just like so excellently written and so heart-wrenching. I have to give it to Dear John. Even though technically I do listen to You Need to Calm Down more. I Don't Want to Live Forever versus Only the Young. I don't like that these are even on this bracket. What weird choices. I have to give it to I Don't Wanna Live Forever. I'm not a big fan of Only the Young. I think it's like just fine, you know? Sparks Fly versus New Romantics. They do have kind of similar energy, but for sure Sparks Fly. One of my favorites off of Speak Now. Okay, Lover versus You're Not Sorry. There was a period of time where You're Not Sorry was my favorite song off of Fearless. Is that weird? And Fearless is my favorite album. I have to give it to Lover. Sorry, I think Lover's just a song for the ages, you know? I think You're Not Sorry is like a very specific moment of time. But Lover, I think it's gonna transcend time. Getaway Car versus Paper Rings. Getaway Car, for sure. Getaway Car is one of the best off of Reputation. Straight facts. Also, okay, so Paper Rings, songs like Paper Rings and Stay, 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 where they're like fun and cute and boppy, but like not necessarily substantive, I feel like definitely have a huge following within like the Swifties. But I've just never been a fan of that kind of music. People really stan Paper Rings, or people really stan Stay, 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 but I'm not into it. Back to December versus Soon You'll Get Better. Wow, they're really making it hard. I think I have to give it to Soon You'll Get Better. It's just a really emotional song, and at first I didn't enjoy it that much. I was like, I feel like she could have written a better song out of this material, which is such an exploitative way of thinking of literal tragedy, right? But now that I listen to it more often and now that I've gotten more distance from it, I do think Soon You'll Get Better is an excellent song. I Knew You Were Trouble versus Ronan? That's not even fair. Why is Ronan on this bracket? This doesn't make any sense. I Knew You Were Trouble versus Ronan. Are you kidding? I look like a dick if I don't choose Ronan. I feel like this is like saying, oh, what book do you like better? Anna and the French Kiss or The Book Thief? Or like, what book do you like better? Fangirl or The Boy in the Striped Pajamas? Okay, I Knew You Were Trouble. I'm sorry. I cannot listen to Ronan. It kills me, really. That was really bad wording. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Fearless versus Ours. Fearless. For sure, for sure. I'm obsessed with Fearless. I think it's such a gorgeous song. Ours is cute, but Fearless, wow, it hits. Wildest Dreams versus Highway Don't Care. Why is Highway Don't Care in this bracket? I don't get it. It's obviously Wildest Dreams. Change versus Eyes Open. I am really annoyed that like her movie songs are in this bracket. I want it to be like pure Taylor, you know what I'm saying? I have to give it to Change. I'm sorry. I don't like Eyes Open that much. I think especially because I compare Eyes Open to Safe and Sound, and like Safe and Sound is just so superior. All Too Well versus Gorgeous. I'm sorry, I do love Gorgeous as a song, but All Too Well has absolutely no competition. Mine versus New Year's Day. Ooh, okay, that's tough, because I think like musically, I like New Year's Day better, but lyrically, Mine is a masterpiece. I was a flight risk with a fear of falling. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. That's crazy good. Okay, I have to give this though to New Year's Day. I'm sorry. I really enjoyed New Year's Day. Okay, 22 versus Delicate. That's tough. I am 22 years old right now. 22 is just like, that's a bop. Weird that Tim McGraw's 2 seed. I'm sorry, I don't know anybody who's like, yes, I love Tim McGraw. Love Story versus I Did Something Bad. A Love Story for sure. Love Story is an iconic song. I can understand why Love Story is in seed 1. That makes sense to me. Mean versus Begin Again. I have to give it to Mean. I don't really like Mean that much, even though I know it's a Grammy-winning song. I think it's just because I don't like Begin Again that much. Bad Blood versus State of Grace. State of Grace. I'm gonna say this on record. I've said this so many times to people in person. Bad Blood is the worst song Taylor Swift has ever written. I often say like, Taylor Swift doesn't write, she hasn't written a single bad song. And I always have to put like an asterisk on that and say, with the exception of Bad Blood is just objectively a horrible song. Ooh, Me versus Safe and Sound. Safe and Sound. Nobody's gonna choose Me over anything. Everything Has Changed versus The Man. Tough. I feel like I'm gonna sit here for like 7 minutes just staring, because I cannot choose. Like, obviously I love the message of The Man, but the lyrics could be a lot punchier, you know what I'm saying? But Everything Has Changed, that's so beautiful. Also, I have a very soft spot for Red as an album in general, and also the duets that Taylor does. I have to give it to Everything Has Changed. Teardrops on My Guitar versus Shoulda Said No. This is so hard. Teardrops on My Guitar is, I think, for a lot of people maybe, the song that really got you into Taylor. Like, I would listen to that song on the radio and come home and watch the music video like 5 times in a row. But Should Have Said No was, I think, like the song of debut album that I was obsessed with. Like, Should Have Said No and Picture to Burn, they were my songs. And so was Mary's song too. I think I have to give it to Should Have Said No. Red versus The Last Time. The Last Time. I love The Last Time. I think it's really underrated. And like I said, I really love the duets on Red. Blank Space versus Stay, 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 not even competition. I already told you that I don't like Stay, Stay, Stay. I love Blank Space. I think pop perfection, God tier Taylor Swift. Okay, so that was the first round, or the first bracket. I don't know how sports work. This is it. This is the first thing. All right, I restarted the camera. We're back. We're doing the second round of bracket stuff. Yeah, let's just start from the same corner that we started before. And let's change colors. What color should I do? You Belong With Me versus Our Song. I'm sorry, this is not hard at all. It's Our Song for sure. Picture to Burn versus Story of Us. That's so hard. Oh, I hate this. This is so hard. I'm giving it Picture to Burn. I think Picture to Burn is like a little bit embarrassing of a song, you know, especially the original lyrics in which she's homophobic. But it's so fun and this nostalgia attached to it, I can't separate it. Style versus Hey Steven. Oh, see, like, obviously culturally Style, but, oh man, people are gonna kill me. I'm sorry, brah. I just love Hey Steven. White Horse versus Long Live. I have to give this to Long Live. Although I love White Horse. Long Live is just, wow, the lyrics on that song, mind-blowingly good. Shake It Off versus Out of the Woods. Ooh, Battle of 1989, Out of the Woods. I realized Clean is not on here. Clean and Out of the Woods battle it out for my favorite 1989 song. Okay, Dear John versus I Don't Want to Live Forever. Dear John. It's weird to me that Dear John is making it this far because it's not one of my favorites, but it's just like the weird way that this is bracketed. Sparks 5 versus Lover. I think Lover. Getaway Car versus Soon You'll Get Better. This is just sad. This feels like an unfair comparison. Getaway Car. Absolutely Getaway Car. New Year's Hope versus Fearless. Fearless. Fearless is my album. Wildest Dreams versus Change. Wildest Dreams. Again, it's weird to me that Wildest Dreams is making it this far because it's not one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, which I know is unpopular. I feel like Wildest Dreams and Style are like collectively, people really, really enjoy those songs. All Too Well versus New Year's Day. I should just write All Too Well in the champion slot already. Like, this is just getting tired, you know? 22 versus All You Have to Do Is Stay. 22. Love Story versus Mean. Love Story. Safe and Sound versus Everything Has Changed. No, sorry, I was reading that wrong. State of Grace versus Safe and Sound. Ooh, Safe and Sound. Sorry, I just love Safe and Sound so much. The aesthetic of that song. Oh, gorgeous. Everything Has Changed versus Should Have Said No. You should have said no. I would sing this in my grandmother's house, like with the door closed, thinking that nobody could hear me, and then I would come out and everyone had clearly heard me just shouting this song alone in the room. I'm embarrassing sometimes. Blank Space all the time. Blank Space, The Last Time. I love The Last Time, but Blank Space, God tier. God tier. It's like galaxy tier. And that concludes that round of bracketing, of sportsing, of competing. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. Are we ready to move on? I'm so ready. This video is so long. Only like true Taylor stans are gonna get through all of it. Here we go. Our Song versus Picture to Burn. Our Song. I think very few things are gonna beat Our Song, to be honest. Like, that song is crazy good. Hey Steven versus Long Live. Long Live. Out of the Woods versus Dear John. Out of the Woods. Lover versus, this is so hard. Oh man, Lover versus Getaway Car. Oh man, I'm so biased right now, like temporally, just because I hear Lover all the time on the radio and it gets annoying. But Getaway Car I'll reach for voluntarily because I haven't listened to it in a while and I have to like seek out non-singles from Reputation. The thing is, like, Getaway Car is definitely like a catchier song and like the lyrics are more fun. Lover is so timeless. This is so hard. I guess Lover. Oh, that was so tough. Fearless versus Wildest Dreams. Fearless. All Too Well versus 22. Y'all know. Why do I even waste time doing this? Love Story versus Safe and Sound. Love Story. Should Have Said No versus Blank Space. Ha! It's kind of tough, but Blank Space. That was the end of that. There you go. That's what that looks like. We're moving on. Our Song versus Long Live. Okay, that's kind of difficult because Long Live is very, very, very good lyrically, but Our Song, just as like a packaged pop/country song, is so good. Long Live makes me cry when I listen to it. I'm like getting teary-eyed thinking about that song, especially when she talks about like, you know, when you have children, please tell them my name. Oh man, I was really gonna give this to Our Song, but now that I'm thinking about the lyrics of Long Live, wow, that's crazy actually. Out of the Woods versus Lover. That's really hard. They're so good. Both of them are so good. Out of the Woods, I'm sorry. Fearless versus All Too Well. See, this is so tough because Fearless is my favorite album, but the only reason Red is my second favorite album and so high up there is because it has songs like All Too Well. So this is like really the battle of my deepest Taylor loves. Well, I almost wrote Fearless because I was talking about Fearless, but it's obviously All Too Well. Love Story, Blank Space. Oh, tough. Both classics, Blank Space. Okay, oh my god, we're getting close. Wow, I kind of really liked the way that these top four have landed. All Too Well, Blank Space, Out of the Woods, and Long Live. I do think like when I think about my favorite Taylor Swift songs, our song ranks higher than Long Live normally. Also, I'd put Clean in there. Long Live versus Out of the Woods. Out of the Woods. All Too Well versus Blank Face. Come on. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. And then here we go. All Too Well versus Out of the Woods as my top 2 contenders. Obviously, I'm gonna do Deep Blue. Or should I do Red because it's off of Red? I was thinking Deep Blue, but you painted me golden. This is it. This is it. This is how it always was meant to end up, with All Too Well as my top. There's just no way this wouldn't have happened. That's it. That's the end of the Taylor Swift songs bracket. All Too Well is my top pick, with Out of the Woods coming in as number 2. I generally think of myself as loving old Taylor, whatever. Like, Fearless era is my era, I feel like. But most of my top picks are later Taylor, 1989 and Red specifically. Like, those albums really, really hit it for me. But yeah, that is my bracket. Did I make any choices that blew your mind or made you want to scream? I think if I watched somebody else do this and they chose literally any song over All Too Well, I'd be like, this person has no taste. Like, absolutely no taste. Maybe you feel like that watching what I've done, but I really think All Too Well is the best song Taylor Swift has ever, ever, ever written and released, at least. But yes, thank you so much for following me on this very long journey of the battle of Taylor Swift songs. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you watched this without even being a fan of Taylor, which that would require a lot of commitment, and I appreciate that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all stay healthy and stay safe. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll have a fantastic day and happy reading. Bye.